This is Hangman for the Atari 2600 video game system, and this game comes from a future where if you misspell the simplest of words, you're hung for it. If you're not familiar with Hangman, it's basically Wheel of Fortune, but without the wheel, Vanna White, or the betting on any of the words. I have a bunch of these games that you'd look at and you're like, this game looks pretty stupid. I don't really want to play this. But some friends and I sat down one night and we played Hangman. We had a great time. I completely forgot how much fun this game is. You start with a blank slate, and it's like buying a vowel on Wheel of Fortune, you know. You have to pick a letter, and you play against each other in a two-player mode. So normally we'd go into it and pick A or E or one of the most common letters, and you eventually have to guess the word. And the person that completes the word gets the point for it. The game comes up with some pretty surprising words. You wouldn't figure it would throw timid in there. You get to a point where it's R-E something. It took me a while to figure out what some of these words were. All I can ever think of is movie titles and food. I saw this one, of course, my initial response was booze, then moose. 2 letters in front of the O, so it would not be either booze or moose, unless it was moose spelled with 2 M's. Then we got to choose. I would say that it's fun to find a game that doesn't involve violence, explosions, spaceships, or shooting. But when you really get down to it, it does involve violence, because you're hanging that guy in the background if that word is spelled incorrectly, and that puts a tremendous amount of stress on you to get the word right. On a 2-player game, it's also fun because you get to a point in the word where it could be one of 2 words. For instance, it could have been mellow, or it could have been yellow. Perhaps it was mellow yellow, although that doesn't have a W in it. That's just M-E-L-L-O, I think. May have to watch Days of Thunder again to double-check that one. And we end on IMPURE. Very strange word to put in Atari Hangman, but there it is. Maybe in the future we'll make a classic game room version of Hangman, where you get to spell words like RoboCop, beer, Star Wars, and wood-grained Atari 2600 video computer system. That'll all fit on one screen.